it's like you're not holding what you did accountable. You keep saying that this man did this and that, and the only thing I did was be young and dumb, right? I was 25, I was 26. So in order to move on and to really have a better relationship for the next go round, and I mean a successful, happy one, is you have to hold yourself accountable. Like when I was 19, 20 years old, I was engaged before, right? I don't walk around saying, well, it was just him. It was just him, it's his fault. No, I say, well, I don't say I'm young and dumb, but I say, I chose the wrong person. He wasn't, the one that was marriage minded. I thought he was, but he had red flags showing that he wasn't this way. So I needed to, make sure that I vet better. Okay. I don't say, like, for me, I don't say, oh, I was 19 years old or I was 20 years old. That's the reason why I made this bad choice. Because when you move out of your house, you should be able to become mature, because some of us are already moving out and paying our own rent at the age of 18 years old. So if you're able to pay your own rent, get your food and all this other stuff, go to college, you should be able to make decisions and pick better. So walking around saying that I'm 25 years old is, to me, an excuse, and it's not holding yourself accountable. Not just you. I'm just talking about, you're not the only person that says this. A lot of people that actually say that. You got to hold yourself accountable.
Well, no, and
you got to put more responsibility to your actions and not use that I was young as the excuse. That's a terrible excuse.
Maybe y'all didn't hear her hold herself accountable.
No, and I didn't use it as an excuse.
Wait, how?
One at a time, y'all.
How did she hold herself accountable?
I definitely heard her say, she said she was head over heels. She said she knows that, she shouldn't have made those. She said those things.
No, it wasn't. When you start saying that you're 25, no. When you start saying,
y'all.
It wasn't until Sweeney said, so are you saying that you were young and dumb? And she said,
and she agreed.
She summed it up and said that, but she did hold herself accountable. She says she's not bitter. I think when women do come on these panels and they tell you what they've done, you want to beat their head in the ground.
No, that's so.
You literally said it.
If you are going to hold yourself accountable, you cannot use excuses like I was 25 with the same narrative. Oh, well, I was head over heels. Just go with that instead of using a whole total opposite excuse. That's what I'm saying. That's what
she literally said. That
she did hold herself accountable, and then they walked into another sector. I was gonna say the thing that I think is the issue here is during that situation, it transferred into an adverse reaction, because you hear her use the language that women use as far as in the realm of the umbrella of sex work. So she has adopted some of those mentalities, and because of the fact that she's not leading with, I'm going to be a wife first. When you hear that, that's the drawback. She's leading with, you ain't going to come over here and not do nothing for me.
That's what I was talking about.
That's what made
my point. We did address that in the beginning, but when we were talking about the second part, when she said, okay, I shouldn't have been with him. I'm not bitter. I'm not like, I should have been married. She did say,
she did acknowledge all of those things.
That's after someone asked the right question. If we were just listening, right? And we didn't ask her nothing and say, hey, well, what about this, and give other ideas, then it would have never came out, and we would have just been thinking.
You can't take back the fact that she said it.
Well, that's because we're all chiming in. There was no time to go in. Yeah, there was no time to go deep into a scenario. We're all just asking. He's asking everybody the question statement. So it's a quick little response. Okay. If we're going diving deep, then that's when more things will come out. I can give my story or what I've been through as to why that response was that. When we ask more questions, that's when we ask questions, you get answers. You know what I mean? Like more clarification. Why somebody's mind, why they think the way they think when we communicate.
I got you. Hold on to that story for a little bit. I'm going to go to Penny, then Ali. Penny, what are your thoughts about the topic?
I don't really know what. Did you guys see like a video or something? I don't really know what that was about,
it was a video that I played.
From listening to Vegan, I definitely understand, but I just wouldn't suggest her trying to explain it on this panel. If it doesn't sound like what they want it to sound like, then it won't make sense to them. I think the words that she used, even if she did use a word that's triggering or a word that you guys do not like Precious said, she did explain it and she did break it down. So you should appreciate that. I mean, coming on these panels, a lot of people don't know how to talk in the language that you would like them to talk in or use the words that you would like them to use. Doesn't mean that she doesn't, have accountability for what she did. But I think the words that she's using, you guys are taking that and trying to run her story for her, when I just think you guys shouldn't do that.
It's not about panel. We're having a real life conversation. So
well, we are, but you're used to talking. You're used to putting your thoughts into a certain sentence and making it make sense. She may not be like that.
Well, Penny,
that's not the point. We're not trying to like.
Well, let me say this, Penny. I can understand what you're saying. You're looking at it from a panel standpoint, and you come on these panels and people come in and attack you and all the word. Not exactly. She don't know how to talk.
Be like,
she don't know how to talk.
To tell me what word to use for my situation.
Penny, hold on. I'm on your side. So people come on these panels and they're not used to being on the panels, and all together they just talk. And they don't realize that they sound like these bird brain chicks out here without even realizing it. Because hold on, Paris, hold on. And they're just talking, right? But the thing about it is, we just simply hear what we hear. And if we've heard other women say it, it does have us like, oh, hell, here we go again. Because to us as men, I can only speak as a man, not to the ladies on the panel. It sounds like all these women went to a school to learn all this dumb shit because they all said the exact same stuff. So
but you guys are vets, so you guys should be used to that. You should know someone coming on here fresh up here telling you her story. Let her break it down to you to make sense.
Penny, we're just responding to what we hear. And
but you're a vet.
But you're also yelling like, get her when somebody gets to articulate. You're yelling, get her. So you're making it antagonistic when it could just be an open forum. Because get her means get her, not open forum. Like, let's communicate because we're all adults and we're all breaking something down. That's a little antagonistic. We're not supposed to do it. Going after each other, communicating like adults.
Hold on. So
you're
vegan,
hold on, Paris. Somebody who
hold on, y'all. Hold on. Paris, one at a time. Please.
Vegan, hold on. Vegan, I want to say this. I want to apologize to you for saying that because I did say that. So you being a new person on the panel, and I'm up here like, get her, Lady Di. I was wrong for that because it makes it where now you're the enemy for you simply speaking your own truth. So I do want to apologize because I don't want to start the show off with that energy. And now you got a bad feeling throughout the rest of the night. So I do want to apologize for that. Go ahead, y'all.
So the reason why I asked her that question, I said, so basically you're saying you were young and dumb, was because everything that she said prior to that alluded to the language of I was young and I was dumb. That's the reason why I asked her. So there was a reason why I said that, because everything she said basically said I was young and dumb in like 5 different ways.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
Mouth, and then y'all kicked them down her throat.
I didn't put the words in her mouth. I asked her. I said, "So are you saying are you saying that you were young and dumb?" She said, "Yes." I didn't put those.
But in essential, I agree with you to make a balance between what I'm understanding and what you're understanding. It's like meeting you halfway, so you can say, "Oh, I get where you're coming from." I'm saying I was 26, so I wouldn't say I was necessarily young. I was an adult. At the point I had already had a son, so I was already making a mature decision in terms of taking care of my own place, had my own car, graduated college. So I was doing mature things. But in terms of love, I would say I did not make a mature response because yes, I had a child already. He came in wanting to be father. He was one of those people where they call a covert narcissist. So you're presenting someone to me that I felt like I could depend on. You're showing me things. You're helping me. You're making me feel good. You're making me feel good, not necessarily like a man, whatever, because at the time my child was 5. So it wasn't like I was just out here having babies. I finished school and all that stuff. So I was making mature decisions. But if someone comes to me the way they came to me, making it feel like, oh, I'm a conscious man, mature, I'm aware of the society, and I'm here. It was certain things that alluded to, I got you, baby girl. Now, people will love bomb you. People will get in your face. And once they get you to a certain point, they will reveal themselves to you. This is a possible thing. Not all men, some men. So if it doesn't apply to you, it's no big deal. But if it applies, then that's different. Some men and some women can be narcissistic. And they can be gaslighting and all that stuff, and they won't reveal themselves until they're at a different level.